Rahul Jain, Head of Institutional Sales at Prabhudas Lilladher, also with us. Rahul, day two of the conference, how has it shaped up till now? What is it that clients are willing to buy? In terms of buy, I mean the ideas or the themes that you guys are suggesting.
So, Neeraj, we have had a fantastic conference with more than about 550 companies spread over 2 days. And of course, a good amount of interest from the domestic set of investors. And they are surely looking at small caps and mid caps in terms of the growth profile for the next 15 to 18 months to come. And looking out for the recovery to take place and accordingly play on the various themes. We have companies across various themes since it's a small cap, mid cap conference. Companies across auto ancillaries, financials, infrastructure, entertainment, couple of infra road sector companies, one or two real estate companies who are into affordable housing. So they are all a part of a conference. What we have tried to do is give a broad case of various sectors so that investors, our clients can come and meet them and understand what next in next 15 to 18 months.
And which are those names where there has been much fund interest?
Well, there are, as I mentioned, there are companies where we have had not less than 30-35 meetings in a day, a various set of investors meeting. Of course, our conference is all designed towards identifying this next set of winners. So we'll come out with a detailed note on the conference in a couple of days. Surely we'll come out with some names. We need to just go back and look at these companies which we have met along with our clients.
Rahul, but I think the sense we want to get it is, are investors looking at buying companies at these levels? Are they worried about the earnings cycle, the lag that we've seen thus far? Are they willing to take a bet right now, or they want to bide some more time before taking that call?
So it's a mixed reaction. There are, what I understand from my clients is, they are surely looking out for those set of winners which will emerge. And companies which are geared up to, position themselves for the economic recovery. And of course, most of the questions have been centered around when economy can recover, in what time, and how each of these set of companies are geared up to take advantage of that recovery.
Yeah. So, Rahul, yesterday when we were speaking to Dilip, he was saying that amongst the few themes that you guys have started off talking of, wherein profits could actually go up 2, 3, 4 times over the course of the next 3-4 years. Shrey Infra was probably one name that he suggested. He was talking about one more company, I'm forgetting the name. But those companies, I think Dilip was trying to say that Prabhudas Lilladher as a team inherently believes will treble or quadruple their profits over the course of the next 4 or 5 years. Is that a sense on a company like Shrey Infra or some of the others?
I'll put it this way, Neeraj. See, we have a couple of road infra companies. We have a couple of logistic companies which supposedly are looking set to take advantage of an economic recovery. We have auto ancillaries which have spoken well or which look towards a recovery in CV cycle. And of course, we have a set of entertainment or companies who are a direct play on the 4G disruption which we are talking about in next 6 to 12 months. So these are some of sectoral or those companies in these sectors who are really ready to take advantage of the emerging scenario.
See, Rahul, you appreciate our questioning. The thing is that you have an X number of companies, not all of them are going to become multi-baggers. There will be 3 or 4 or 5 which will be really high conviction ideas, and then there will be some of the others which will be the stable ideas. Hence this line of questioning to you. But you mentioned logistics. Is this view on logistics independent of GST? Even if GST were not to come over the course of the next 3, 6, 9 or 12 months, would you still reckon that logistic companies have a chance of multiplying?
Yeah, they surely have a chance of multiplying, and GST would be an additional benefit to these companies. Our thought process has revolved around that. GST is an event which may happen or it will take some more time. We are not sure about at what point of time it will take place. So we would refrain from giving recommendations based on some event happening, but rather I would say if GST happens, the companies will benefit much more than what we would have thought about.
within this pocket, Rahul, and at least from my end, my last question to you, within this logistics pocket, I know there are a bunch of companies, so you can't name all of them, but within logistics, what are the favorite plays at Prabhudas Lilladher?
So among the logistic companies, our favorite play which we cover, and it is covered as a part of our mid-cap analyst, we are looking very positively on VRL Logistics as a company which will do well in next about 15 to 18 months. As a part of our conference, what we have had is, we also had Navkar Corporation at our conference, so they were very much there. And we will look forward to how they shape up. As I mentioned earlier also, that we will look into these companies which we have met and try to do some more detailed work on these companies and come out with a view on these companies in a couple of days. VRL Logistics is one company which is under our active coverage and which we have been recommending for last about somewhere around 3 to 6 months.
Rahul, last question.
And we continue to be positive on the company.
Sure. So VRL Logistics, that's what Prabhudas Lilladher is positive on in its Rising Star conference. Crompton Greaves just came out with a news bit on selling off their T&D business. Now, is deleveraging also a theme? And within that, would you look at some specific names, businesses which are bringing down their debt, cleaning up their balance sheet to prepare for the next upcycle? And if so, which are those ones?
Of course. So people have been looking. So somewhere say 6 months back or 12 months back, people would have been looking at those companies which are zero debt companies. But going forward, if you are looking towards an economic recovery to happen, I'm sure, and as I understand from our clients also whom we have met in last 2 days, they are surely looking for those companies who are on the deleveraging part, who will benefit from deleveraging as well as interest rate reductions.
Okay.
And just to mention, just to re-clarify, VRL Logistics is not a part of our conference, but as I mentioned, that is under our active coverage and is a part of our top picks among the mid-cap ideas.
Sure. Perhaps I was looking at getting in some ideas